British Foreign Secretary Liz Truss has warned of Russian aggression against countries other than Ukraine and called on the West to resist with determination. "We have to stop Putin because he won't stop at Ukraine," the minister said in an interview with the Mail on Sunday. The Russian president made it very clear that he not only wants to take control of Ukraine, but wants to turn the clock back to the mid-1990s or even before that, she said. The Baltic states and the Western Balkans are also threatened. "That's why it's so important that we and our allies do something to counter Putin," Truss said. "Next week it could be Ukraine, but which country is next?" Prime Minister Boris Johnson and other members of the British government warned of an imminent threat of war. For days, London has been aggressively accusing Moscow of staging false flag operations in order to create a pretext for a possible invasion. After her son Charles and his wife Camilla, the British Queen has now also tested positive for the coronavirus. Queen Elizabeth II has tested positive, and the 95-year-old Queen is feeling mild, cold-like symptoms, but wants to continue doing light tasks in Windsor this week. Buckingham Palace said that on Sunday. She will receive medical care and will follow all recommendations, it said. Her son, Prince Charles, and his wife Camilla recently tested positive for the virus. Although the Queen had met Charles today before his positive test result, it was initially not believed that she could have contracted it because she continued to attend appointments and showed no symptoms in the following days. Just 2 weeks ago, the monarch celebrated the 70th anniversary of her accession to the throne in a small circle. At her country estate in East England in Sandringham, she received a number of guests and appeared cheerful and in good spirits. She cut an anniversary cake and joked with attendees and photographers. Recently, however, there have been concerns about the Queen's health due to her old age. At the end of last year, the Queen spent a night in hospital on medical advice, underwent several examinations, and took a rest. However, the 95-year-old has made a lot of plans for her anniversary year, according to reports. During the pandemic, the Queen had largely shielded herself at Windsor Castle for a long time. The stricter rules regarding tests, isolation, and protective measures applied to her closest staff, especially during the corona lockdown. It is believed that the Queen has been vaccinated against corona at least 3 times. The British entrepreneur Jamal Edwards helped many young musicians to succeed. Artists like Ed Sheeran and Jessie J were able to draw attention to themselves with his platform. Edwards has passed away at the age of 31. So, British music entrepreneur Jamal Edwards died on Sunday. This was reported by several British media. His manager confirmed his death. Information on the cause of death is not yet available, though. Edwards was known by founding the music platform SBTV, which he founded in 2006 to discover emerging artists. His company helped launch a number of major British music careers, including, as I said, Ed Sheeran and pop artist Jessie J. Speaking to the BBC in 2013, he said he started the company to give his friends a platform for their music. As a teenager, he filmed friends rapping or singing and started uploading the videos on YouTube. On YouTube, the platform's channel now has more than 1.2 million subscribers. Edward was also committing to helping young people start their own businesses. Several British musicians, London politicians, and colleagues from the scene expressed their sadness at Edward's death on social networks. For example, British chart topper AJ Tracey wrote on Twitter, "Rest in peace, Jamal Edwards, West London legend status." And London Mayor Sadiq Khan tweeted that the British music industry had lost one of its brightest stars. British Prime Minister Boris Johnson said on Sunday that Russian President Vladimir Putin's commitments to French President Emmanuel Macron were a welcome sign that the Kremlin chief may be still willing to engage in a diplomatic solution to the Ukraine crisis. Johnson spoke to Macron after Macron had a call with Putin. The Prime Minister noted that President Putin's commitments to President Macron were a welcome sign that he might still be willing to engage in finding a diplomatic solution, a Downing Street spokesperson said. The Prime Minister stressed that Ukraine's voice must be central in any discussions, the spokesperson said. Putin and Macron discussed the need to step up the search for diplomatic solutions to the escalating crisis in eastern Ukraine in a phone call on Sunday, the Kremlin said. Settling a Brexit dispute over Northern Irish trade would enable London and Brussels to focus on external issues such as Ukraine, British Foreign Secretary Lizz Truss told the European Union on Monday. Britain and the EU have been locked in talks for months to rework a politically divisive Northern Ireland protocol that was agreed by London as part of its exit from the EU 2 years ago. But it's not really been reworking, it's about how it's used, not the thing will not be changed. The protocol kept Northern Ireland in the EU single market for goods in order to preserve a politically sensitive open border with EU member state Ireland. In doing so, though, it created an effective border in the Irish Sea, angering pro-British, pro-Brexit unionists in the province and spurring the British government to seek to rewrite the deal it signed up to. Truss travelled to Brussels on Monday to discuss the situation with Commission's Vice President Maroš Šefčovič. It is important we all work together to preserve peace and stability in Northern Ireland, allowing us to focus on building a stronger relationship and focus on external issues, not least the situation in Eastern Europe and standing up to Russian aggression, she said in a statement. But they started the whole fuss about it. It was done, and then they started it over and over again. So she should just get a mirror. The UK is set to reject Canadian hormone-treated beef in trade talks, the Telegraph newspaper reported on Sunday. Maintaining the UK's high food safety and animal welfare standards is a red line in all trade negotiations with the UK, and that all food and drink products coming into the UK must comply with the country's import requirements, a spokesperson for UK's Department for International Trade said in a statement. We look forward to beginning negotiations on a new deal very soon. Well, the report, citing government sources, added that ending a ban on hormone-treated beef would be unlikely after Canada's trade minister signalled that Canada will push for the UK to ditch its tougher standards on hormones. Agricultural products are expected to be among the main agenda points in the discussions, part of post-Brexit trade talks that would begin in April, the newspaper said. And the UK is still wondering why the EU wants their standards kept up. Britain wants to retain the capability to spot new coronavirus variants, but it must stop spending so heavily on free testing as cases and fatalities fall, Prime Minister Johnson said on Sunday. Johnson set out his plans this week for the country to live with COVID amid suggestions that free coronavirus testing could be stopped and some health studies halted. Asked by the BBC how the country would spot the arrival of new variants, Johnson said, I want to make sure that we have capability to spot stuff and to snap back up as fast as we need to. We need resilience, for instance, on testing. We need to keep spending at a rate of £2 billion a month, which is what we were doing in January, he said. And I'll see you in my next video. Bis gleich.